G'day folks, Pakira here and welcome back to another episode of CK3, the Son of Galicia, a slow roleplay series here. So we are making preparations, as we mentioned in the last episode. One of the thoughts, our next target really is Portugal. However, we have a truce. I think it's another 4 years before we can look at invading them. 4 more years, so 896 is when we are going to be able to look at turning the tables on them. There's a hunt available. There's a bit of resistance to conversions. I'm not employing a master of the hunt. You don't want to host a hunt right now. Just a couple of updates we do have in the council. I have changed my steward to development in County Santiago. So we do lose from 7.8 to 6.9 in monthly income. I think that's okay for now. And I've got my priest here now. He's going to convert to faith in Cumbria. 13 years. It's going to take a while. And we've also still got our Marshal Sebastian here, increasing the control in the county of Aveiro, which we took in the last episode. I've also got my spy master just having a little nosy in my liege's court to see what, if anything, she can find. So I'm hoping there's something we can dig our heels into in this episode. Fingers crossed. Now, Gabrielle is 10, so probably in a couple of years I might have a look and see if we can just see what's out there in terms of potential betrothals, and as well as Gutierrez here, my half brother and cousin, in a couple of years, give or take, as well. Exildo is a fair way out at the moment. Speaking of which, I think I want to see what we can do here. I think he might have been a bit, saw some of the portraits and some of the things about the Venetians and how the doges work there. I could have been quite interested about that. The Order of Santiago, I mean, he's a bit of fashion. I don't think he would see chainmail as a bit of fashion there. Let's have a look. Definitely some French influence would be definitely there. But he's not going to be one that's going to be really for armour as such. Not in his early days. He's really wanting to do something and just, high nobility, I think. Let's have it. He's not really high nobility, but he wouldn't care about that. Let's have a look from the top. We should have probably gone from the top. He is probably tempted by the Emperor's tunic, to be honest. He's got a thing about himself, the master of fashion. Carolinian, there would be some sort of influence just from, the pilgrimages and just the things that have going around, of course, where we are in Santiago. There is the site of pilgrims. So I think he's going to go for the bit of a no, but I quite like this one here for him. Or actually, he's not, he's going to be, look, he thinks of station a bit more. He's one of those grandeurs. He's going to give him that. His father, not a commoner though. Or we could get a shield from Pepper 1. Coronation cloak, but I think his father, well, definitely his Arias would be scolding him as already what he's wearing, and I think he would be like, why are you doing that? No, you need to make yourself a bit more zealous, or a little bit more open. I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but maybe a holy order cloak for a commoner. Yes, it is a commoner's one, but I think we might go for the holy order cloak. As much as he'd love to wear a crown or something, his father is definitely one that says, no, you have to earn the crown before you get to wear the crown, and you will not be given a crown. Now, he could have a little bonnet like he does, like I do. But again, that is something of a duke would wear. And at the moment, he's probably not really going to, how we say, I'm trying to find the word. The people would probably look upon him and not really appreciate what's going on here. So any sort of a cap or a helmet would probably not do. Could just basic cap and maybe a hood, but no. he would not settle for that. He, however, no, he's going to go for a noble's cap. Yes, I think he shall be dressed as appropriately now. So Zilla, you are Zilla, the Prince of Fashion, looking rather spectacular in all his gallantry there, in all his glory perhaps. His father doesn't know quite what to make of his young son at the moment. A 7-year-old, he's doing okay in education. Oh, he has that little touch of kind of fashionista, if you like. You know, his father's worried, of course, that the common people would look upon him with disdain and maybe mockingly. And he kind of, you know, tries to talk to him about what his right will be in the future, what his rule will be, what he needs to observe and be instructed, and his court tutors and everyone as well. Oh, Flame, if you were still with me, I know you would tell me to be strong, that things will get better. And you would be right, as you always were, but first I must curse and cry. How could I not, when you are gone from this world? My best friend Flame, who passed away of consumption. You will never be forgotten, old friend. You will never be forgotten. So he was old, 66. He was my best friend. Sadly, you will rest easy. We have now been given a new bishop who was going to commence. So Martin. I still miss Flame, but Martin comes better educated. While performing her duties, my spy master has uncovered a secret held by Duke Lucidio of Portugal. Interesting. This could be beneficial for us. He is in fact the bastard child of Najet and Duke Lucidio. So he's got a bastard child. That is unbelievable. However, that is possibly we could use. Let's have a look. We've been invited to a hunt by the Count, Camtasia. We did go for a hunt. Ooh, we got wounded. We are going to take this. It's going to take 22 days. It's in Monterrey. Yes, we are going to pay. We are going to. We're going to go and hunt in the Highlands. Hawks, and we'll see what we can come of it. We do need to help. I wanted to get some prestige up and everything else as well for, you know, the future. We don't need any issues. I have no safety concerns. I think we are fine as we are going to go. We are still learning the language of the Gork language of our dear Duchess Clemondo. The birds grow restless, waiting, knowing it will soon be unleashed. We're getting ready for our hawk falconry hunt. Let's have a look at the guest list. We've got obviously Gatians Astorga, my uncle there, and Osorio, my best friend, my uncle as well, Major Flame, with Sebastian of Braga, Baron Hermexildo, Hermenexildes, and Floria as well. So we've got a few people there. Farilla assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the villages near Monterrey. With any luck, we'll find a flock of swans and our falcons will have a great sport. The beaters team are ready with their hounds and a well-appointed spot has been selected. Let's get out there, shall we? My falcon takes a perch and keenly spies across the landscape. In a flash, the bird descends upon something and turns into a frenzy. Once it has reached its prey, it pecks and claws at something on the ground, though I can't see what. I hurry over to the frantic, screeching falcon and find it whoring over a dead beast, but a small collection of coins and trinkets. The value doesn't seem to be too extravagant, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to find the original owner, even if I wanted to. A fine friend, a A fine friend, my feathered friend. A fine find, my feathered friend. We're not overly stressed, but it's always nice. Count Verminder gained 5 from fouling raptor eggs, and my falcon seems to be getting quite agitated on my wrist, tapping and pecking relentlessly at me. No doubt the beast is eager to take to the skies once again and bring me back a fresh kill. It would be good for the bird to stretch its wings, but I haven't yet spied a trace of anything worth hunting, so it's likely my falcon will return empty-taloned. No, fly, my falcon, fly and see what we can find. You know, I'm a hunter. A little bit of stress is not going to hurt me. Let's concentrate on tracking for now. Count Vitesia's game masters signal the party to hush. Shh. We have arrived at the release spot. There is a clear sight line to a wedge of white swans watering themselves in a pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our bird's hood and set them one by one to their sport. It's time. Let them free. I watch excitedly as my falcon identifies a target and takes a wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The beaters have scattered the calling white swans, who now fill the air with their flapping clamour. Time and again my falcon swoops in for a kill, but misses, retreats, or only grazes its target. After hours of attempts, the game have all but disappeared. The falcon is near exhausted and the light is fading. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Eating Call of the Wild is an adventure, and this outing delivered the good and the bad. Major Flame gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. The swan indeed eluded us this time. Let us leave this adventure behind now. So, it was a hunt. I didn't get injured. We lost some stress. We gained a trait hunter, and we gained some experience with the falconer trait. We gained some prestige, which is helpful as well. We'll finish our hunt and make our progress back home to Santiago. On our way home, one foot after another, I slowly move forward on a narrow mountain trail. Suddenly I hear a rumble and a quickly silenced scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Marquesa walking behind me, there is only an equally befuddled and tired face of Brigida, standing in front of freshly turned rocks. Oh no, where is Marquesa? I demand to know, my voice barely escaping my dry mouth. The only response is a faint whistling of the wind. Oh, Marquesa! Marquesa, we will save you! She will be in our prayers. Marquesa, you will be in our prayers. One life is not worth the possibility of many. May God rest your soul. How unfortunate. It just doesn't work. But thankfully, thank God I can go inside. We are at home. Interesting, this has popped up. We can declare war against Asturias here, or Benavente. Because Count Vermundo has a claim. So maybe we can look at this. Let's have a look. He wants the county of Benavente, who obviously gained a contested title. Count, okay, yes, that's my uncle. So he wants to push his claim, which in a sense will bring up... Yes, you know, I think we will declare this war. We have to wait probably another 3 years before Braganza is a possibility. I think it's time. Yeah, we will declare this war. Who is his allies? They do me no. Yes, we will declare this war on behalf of my uncle. We will not call our allies if at the moment. I do feel we do not need such. Major Sebastian of Braga is our commander, and I am happy that with that. We should have the overwhelming odds here. Our enemy's allies have joined the fight. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Deok vulgar language. Endless hours practicing the accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Duchess Clamonda's accent. I'm sure that she would be impressed with my results, and of course, Octean peasants now respect me a great deal more. Maybe I'll send a letter to my wife, but you know what? I feel accomplished. We have completed that language. Before we do, I want to... Wrong screen. Now it is time to change over, remove the lucky coin. No, not the coin. The language manual. And we want to reactivate the holy nail. Let's just have a quick look at the war here. So yeah, 1200 versus my, well, 2000. I mean, that's pretty much all my troops. I'm not calling in my allies. Obviously my uncle. Some secrets are being undiscovered or discovered. My son, Xilla, has also learned the language. My son, well done, son. Is there any other language you can get you educated on? No, you have learned all there is to learn. Xilla, good boy. Well done, my dear prince. The odds are definitely in our favour here. We certainly have the better quality, and we just, yep, we've pretty much wiped them out. I mean, they've got 15 left. We got some good hostages out of that. Just want to make sure that we are not having any hostages going towards the war score. It was a pretty straightforward. Let's have a quick look at the there. So yeah, we captured Nunes after the battle, and we also captured Ordenas of Asturias. So some good captures there as well for us. We can ransom. We will. We'll take a 10 gold ransom. Blood-stained cloth, crow's feathers, strange smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Coimbra as proof that Asuna has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of their village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their poor harvest and are calling for her execution. That evidence is circumstantial. Release her. She must burn for her crimes against God. Oh, what you say? I could use a new advisor. Well, we would not take a witch amongst us. We are zealous, remember. Yet we are honest, don't forget. But and we are wrathful, but our zealous, we are very zealous. We are not going to accept anyone accused of witchcraft. As to the evidence, I believe the evidence is insufficient. I do believe it's insufficient, and God is speaking to me. Witchcraft is against God, is crime. You will burn for what you are. A ransom was successfully accepted. Lyle is needing an education. My daughter, Lyle. Let us see what you are pushing towards. You are very rowdy and, oh, unfortunately, you are feeble. Oh, I hope that comes off. I hope you can grow out of that, dear Lyle. So, let's push her towards something. I do believe she would be a good, strong marshal. But I feel, my dear daughter, perhaps in the ways of intrigue, could serve us well in the future. I would like you to focus on the intrigue. And though you are only 3, I feel it is right to try and get a guardian for you. A guardian that can help in the matters of intrigue. And none better perhaps than my spy master herself, who is well educated in the ways of intrigue. I will ask, and she has accepted to educate Lyle. So there, Lyle, you are now being educated in the ways of intrigue. How intriguing. Army's doing okay. The siege is only 3 months away. We have onagers now, so it is helping our progress. My spy master has advised that there is something going on in the shadows. She just needs a little bit more time. If there is anything, I will get you to find it. Here comes the allies for a fight. I am not worried. We do have the troop numbers. We should be fine. They're going to come in here. As you can see, we have all the traits. Our commander is the real one there. Our knight, Lothario, wounded, Matchery. There's some good results there. And once again, we're just dominating them. It was a massive success there. And we are just days away now. The siege is over. We will now push our claims. We have won the siege. We will disband my army. And Uncle, we have a hook on you, and we have, well, helped you gain a claim, and at the same time we have brought in Benevente within Galicia. As when Braganza is under our influence, we are going to form, we are going independent. We are going independent. It is written. But before we do that, before we go independence, we will seek indulgences from our Lord. We have some prisoners here. We will ransom them. 43 out of 50. We will release you. Young girl. A young girl. Don't worry about hostages. I'm not going to ask the Pope for anything. And my uncle's contract can be changed. I'm going to... No, I do not want to give him rights on the council. I am going to give you a protected title. I'm not going to do that. We will modify the title. Ransoms have been accepted. While performing her duties, Gertrude has uncovered a secret held by my liege, King Alfonso. He has secretly taken Zahida, a noblewoman from Herculeo, as a lover, and she has the pox. Smallpox, and she's gout-ridden. She is a heathen. Oh, my liege. This is very useful to know. This is extremely useful to know and could well play in the attempts. Oh, there's two options there. Not sure which one we took. Okay. It could come in handy for independence. Centralization. So development growth in capital will go up as well. So that is good. We'll be going down the list there. We've been invited to Louv's hunt. We will not arrive in time, so we will unfortunately decline that invitation. We do not need to exchange any hostages. And my hook has expired. Okay, I think my king came out and admitted it, maybe. Yes, he is an adulterer. That is why his secret was exposed elsewhere, I believe. He is an adulterer. Oh well, it could have been handy, but that's okay. Do we have anything else on him? We do. A disputed heritage. I will keep that in my pocket for now. My Yeah, we just ignore that my wife, and I'm not too worried about the rest for now. We will not petition my liege. A bastard. While performing her duties, my spy master Gertrude has uncovered a secret. My king is a bastard? He is a bastard? Oh, he has disputed heritage, which I kind of already knew. Let's see. No, he has 2. Oh, my liege, you have been a busy man. You have been a very busy man. Okay. The betrothal. The rock is unusually shaped. I found it in my garden and find it an interesting little thing for it beautifully unearthly so, almost like a gemstone in a way. Maybe it's a good sign from God. I'll keep it as a souvenir. No, I don't need it. It's just a rock. Okay, so betrothal has been proposed to your permission. I would like to betroth your cousin and thoughtful Estefana Menendez to him. To you, Prince of Prowess. Now, it will not result in an alliance. Does she have the lover's pox? No. He does. Oh, my dear cousin. My dear 12-year-old cousin. I do not know if I want to subject you to this. It means no alliance for us. No, I will decline. I will decline. I am going to, in consultation with my spy master, we're going to blackmail my liege for one of these disputed heritages. He refuses, and he is a bit misguided. Maybe he's pride or fear of some greater reprisal. He claims that I hold no sway over him. And now a threat has been made. Can only come one outcome. I admit to, or maybe I hate to admit it, I cannot reveal the secret. If I'd expose this heritage secret, I don't think I'll be able to expose the other one. The time is not yet right. We will leave it for now, because we still have one. The bastions and curtain walls are constructed in Porto. So Porto has got that. I kind of want to look at using what we have available when we're about ready to push independence. So we've only still got one left. We probably can't use that anymore. But I think that's fine. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will leave it there today for episode 7. Lyle has been given an education, and well, she has commenced her guardianship education in the ways of intrigue. Young Zilla, as fashionable as ever, has decided his latest fashion theme, I guess, and I just simply nod my head. Though it's a lot tamer than it could have been if I did not interfere. We pushed the claims to my uncle for Benavente, and we have successfully brought that under our control. Thank you, uncle. And in doing so, we gained a hook on my uncle, and well, we changed his contract just to protect his rights as his, the count. I have no interest of removing that. So that makes perfect sense for us. We attempted to blackmail our liege, but we will have one more up our sleeve, and we may look at that later on. We are merely a year away or so from being able to push our claims on Braganza, because the truce will expire, and we will be pushing those in the next episode. Once that is done, we will then declare our independence and see what we can utilise, if any, of the last hook on our liege to push towards that, or to help us in that. I know I have ummed and ahed about using Asturias' strength But if I look at my dear liege, he is only at 2,400 troops. If we were to declare war, we had the numbers. He has only got one ally, which admittedly is the Duke of Gascoigne. And we can call in Capua and Murcia. It would be an independence war. Perhaps my claims, but my claims would... Oh, I could push these claims instead. Decisions. Alright, folks. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is definitely going to finally get to Braganza. We're going to start making progress, and we're going to try and push towards independence before we go south. It's a risk, I think. But I do believe that we now, I mean, it's fractured. They have claimed a little bit more land, but as you can see here, there's still disputes and issues going down in our Netherlands. But the main Sultanate has fractured into pieces. In terms of alliances, I really have no idea. I think we look at the alliance here. They are allied with a tiny little county down here. And it looks like, yes, the north of Africa. So I believe we definitely seem to have the troop numbers. So I think if the longer we wait, I think it could work in a, well, could go work against us. So we'll have a council meeting and decide in the future. Thank you guys for your ongoing support. I am Pakira as always. Welcome to the new subscribers. And get down below, comment down below, give me some new name suggestions for anything and everything I'm most likely to do. I am, as always, Pakira. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Kia kaha.